That's okay. Yeah, I saw that it wasn't live. Oh, it is. We're live.
Oh my God, that is so funny.
Hey, we roll with it. We're pros.
Awesome. So, welcome to Power Women TV. And we are live here on Power Women TV. I am so excited because today we have a very special Power Woman with us. Now, as we begin today, I want to go ahead and say thank you to all of you who are joining us and to all of you who usually join us here every Thursday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Today, we are going live on Zoom as opposed to our regular StreamYard, because as many of you may know by now, that our powerful and fearless leader, 𝗵𝗍𝗄, lost her mom. So our thoughts and prayers are with 𝗵𝗍𝗄 today, and we love her and we send her lots of love. And we do have one of our Power Women that we're featuring today. So as we do every Thursday, we are featuring one of our Power Women. And by the way, let me formally introduce myself. If you don't know me, my name is Evie Hernandez. I am a strategic growth speaker at bizuniversity.com. I am also the host of Power Women TV, and also proud to say that I am one of the Power Women Elite members and a certified virtual presenter. Now, if you are wondering what is Power Women Elite, or what is the Certified Virtual Presenter of Excellence designation, make sure that you reach out to us either by putting a message here or by directly contacting 𝗵𝗍𝗄. We want to make sure that if you have any questions, you post them right in the chat. I'm going to work on looking at the chat as well as being here present with our guest today. But we want to make sure that you are asking questions, that you're commenting, because of course, we love that. And by the way, at the end, our guests will also post some links. And if you feel like you want to reach out to her, please make sure that you reach out directly to her. She's right here inside our Power Women group. So with that, I want to welcome Coach Lisa B.
Thank you.
So why don't you tell us about you? Because yes, as I said before, we are in the Power Women Elite Mastermind, and yet we have not had a chance to really get to know each other. It's one of the reasons why I love that 𝗵𝗍𝗄 assigned me this, because I get to meet all these powerful women. So why don't you begin by telling me, and those who may not know you, who are part of this wonderful growing community, a little bit about you so we get to know you.
A little bit about me.
Yes.
I am a speaking coach and corporate trainer, and I work with business leaders and nonprofit leaders and people who want to learn how to engage their audiences better in order to grow their reputation, their credibility, and their influence through speaking. That's the job. That's the work. And personally, I live in a little tiny town called Ojai, California.
Oh.
And some people have heard of it because there were some things filmed here. I think Brothers and Sisters was filmed here. And the Byron Katie Institute is here. There's a lot of very spiritual things happen here. So some people have heard of it. And if you're anywhere in Southern California, you know about it. So it's a lovely little, very green, very nature-oriented town. And I live here with my famous cats, Benjamin and Ernie, who have an Instagram and a Facebook account. So if you like, shenanigans, you can follow them. And my hubby. And yesterday was our 31st wedding anniversary. So that's a little bit about me.
Wow. Well, congratulations on, you said 30 years?
31.
31. Wow. Congratulations on 31 years of
Thank
success.
you.
I'm sure that you could teach a lot about that. Congratulations.
Maybe.
And I'll have to make sure to have my bunny, Princess Bubby, find your cat's Instagram, because she's also on Instagram.
Yes. My cats want to follow your animals. So anybody who's watching, if you have a dog or a cat or a bunny or a snake on Instagram, connect with Benjamin. It's called their account is The Real Benjamin Kitten. But you can, if you go to my account, Coach 𝗲𝗄𝗃 on Instagram, you will find my cats. They're quite popular. Hi, Sherry. I see Sherry just popped in.
Awesome. I'm glad that you're seeing that. Awesome. Great. So you mentioned that you help those who want to get in the speaking business or those who are speaking. Who exactly is your ideal client?
My ideal client is a business or a nonprofit leader, an entrepreneur, a person who is management or executive level in a company. I do work with some professional speakers just because I've met so many through NSA that I do work with professional speakers, but that's not my target audience. My target audience is people who are wanting to grow their business, their organization, their influence, their credibility, and that kind of thing through speaking. So most of the people I work with do conference speaking or speak at, business type events.
I love that. I love that. So you have a very nice niche there. I love that.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. I wish I had met you last year. I would have invited you to our Strategic Growth Summit because we were actually teaching business owners who were not speakers how to leverage speaking to
next time you do it. Now you know.
This year we're doing it, but we already got all the speakers too for this year. But this year we're targeting actually speakers. So we're going to be actually using speakers. But this is why this is good, because you see, now I know. And of course, I also downloaded your freebie, which I know we're going to talk about before before we end today, because I downloaded and I thought, wow, this is some good resources that you're giving away. So we definitely want to make sure that those are shared. Now,
I just posted it in the Facebook comments.
Awesome. Great. Yeah. Awesome. Yes. And I love your pictures. I have to say, I love your pictures. They're just so happy pictures. They're happy.
I'm just a goofball. What can I say?
But I love it. And now, I've been watching your post because I know you had a little accident. And yet I see that you're working just as hard, or it appears as though you're still working. Is that true?
I am still working. So for those who are watching who don't know this, although I think most of you do by now, on the 4th of July, I broke my right leg, falling down the stairs in my home. It was pretty gory. It was an open fracture. I broke my tibia and my fibula in 3 different places. Had to crawl on the floor to get to my phone to call 911, and then to crawl to the door to unlock it to let the EMTs in because my husband was at work. So it was very dramatic, and I had surgery the next day. They put in a rod and screws. And then 3 weeks later, discovered that I had also broken my left foot in the fall, but nobody had ever x-rayed it. So I have been on the couch for 7.5 weeks.
Wow.
And getting around on a walker and, doing physical therapy, going to millions of doctor's appointments and acupuncture and all that kind of stuff. And it's been rough, but I have to say, just yesterday, I practiced at physical therapy walking with a cane, and I am about to switch over from the walker to a cane. So I feel like my progress has been really good considering the kind of injury this was. But you know what? I'm a positive, upbeat person, and I'm an optimist. And I've also gotten so much support from all of my friends and colleagues to help with my healing and my pain management and my sleep and everything. So I think I'm doing really well. I think I might even be a little bit ahead of schedule. Thanks, Laura. And so because of that, I will tell you, if you're going to break a bone and you have to sit on the couch for weeks and weeks, COVID is the best time. I mean, I'll be honest, nobody was expecting me to get on a plane and go do training anywhere. And so I've been doing all of my training and my coaching literally from the couch because my office is upstairs and I can go up and down the stairs on my butt. But my husband does not allow me to do that unsupervised. And also I can't carry my walker while I'm doing that. So once I get the cane, I think I'm going to be able to go up and down the stairs by myself. We'll see if my husband approves that. He's very worried I'm going to fall again. So that's why I'm sitting on the couch for all of my meetings right now. I've tried to make my couch area look decent. My office is a nicer place to have meetings, but it's amazing. I've been able to do all my work virtually. And I already was. I mean, I've been doing my work virtually for years, but I was really forced to adapt the virtual mindset because I don't have a choice. So yeah, that's what I've been up to.
I applaud you. I applaud you. Look, I've been looking at you and I'm like, how does she do it? And then of course, over a week ago, I was sitting here working, my leg fell asleep. I didn't realize it. I got up and I fell. So I cannot even imagine what you're going through, because I'm going to tell you, just today I was telling one of my coaches, I am so bored of having to, and actually I've been walking in this chair because my leg, and then they gave me crutches, but I don't know how to walk with them. I'm worse with them, and I discovered that I'm out of shape. Because really,
yes, oh my goodness.
It's funny because I don't like exercising, and I told one of my coaches today, I said, if anything I've learned, that I do have to exercise, because even though I released a lot of weight over the past year, I am in bad shape because I can't hop on the crutches. So I tell you, I admire you, and I've been watching you, and I admire you for, number one, you look beautiful.
Thank you.
You are looking like you're fine. The background, I love that background because I love the red. I love that background.
My favorite colors.
Me too. So I salute you. You are a power woman. And so already today you have inspired me, and I want to thank you for that.
Thank you.
Because I mean, you had a serious injury.
I've been hearing that from a lot of people, and I just feel like this is just me. This is just the way I am in life. But like you, I'm not in great shape. And getting used to the walker at first, my arms my arms are like spaghetti, and I've had to hop around on one leg. And then once I discovered my foot was broken, I had to put a boot on the left foot. So then I couldn't really walk very well with my left leg, and my right leg just atrophied away. Being out of shape, it's good to be in shape when you get an injury already, but I'm going to come out of this in better shape than I went in. Like my arms, I don't know if you can see my muscles. My arms are getting stronger from the walker, and my physical therapy is really helping a lot with, I have a lot of scar tissue because the way they put the rod in, they put it in through your knee. So my knee and my ankle both have a lot of scar tissue as well. I'm going to be in better shape after this is all over than I have been in a couple of years. So I don't advise getting hurt in order to get yourself into shape. But, like you're discovering, Evie, when you have to hop around on crutches and everything becomes harder and more complicated, you get creative and you figure out, and you're probably going to guessing you're going to go to physical therapy too. You'll have to strengthen everything up, and you'll in the end of it, you'll be like stronger than ever. At least that's what I'm telling myself.
Well, I love your attitude. And it's interesting because I usually ask people, well, how are they dealing with this time? How is their business doing? But I mean, on top of everything that has been going on, you had this happen. And yet, what a great example you are to all of us. You are cheerful, you keep going, you're working, you're doing, I get your emails. And I love getting your emails, by the way, because you always got good stuff in there, And so, I mean, I applaud you. I'm serious because you are doing a lot. So a lot of people may not have been ready for COVID-19, the pandemic. And of course, no one is ever ready to have an in-home accident, right? No one. I mean, that you're never ready. So amidst all that some people must say challenges, how is it that you continue succeeding, and what kind of successes have you experienced in your business over the past few months?
It's funny that you mentioned that. Actually, I've just posted a couple of articles, and I'm going to share this one. I posted this. I posted it. I just pasted it into Facebook the other day, but I'm going to share it here. The article is How to Be Comfortable with Uncertainty. And I've had some big revelations due to breaking my leg and kind of realizing, not just because of COVID and not just because of this kind of historic election that's coming up and the racial unrest and all the things that are happening in our country, but we live in a time of uncertainty every day. Every day of our lives is uncertain. So I've been doing a lot more reflecting and thinking about that and writing about these things. And today, had another kind of revelation. So the current campaign I'm working on is called Speaking Up for Change. Some of you may have seen this. The hashtag is Speaking Up for Change, all one word. And for me, Speaking Up for Change, I actually started this campaign last year, and I had a 5-day free challenge for people to learn the why, what, who, where, how, and when of speaking up for change. But I realized we need it even more than ever this year. So I've not only brought back just the Speaking Up for Change campaign, but I've turned it into a webinar, a 60-minute webinar to kind of kick people in the butt. What is it you want to speak about? Is it the administration? Is it climate change? Is it, racial injustice? What do you want to speak about? And how can you get your voice out there? So I turned it into this 60-minute webinar, and it's going to be free. I'm going to do it next month. And I say next month, knowing that really starts in a couple days. It's not going to be that soon, maybe mid-month. But I wrote another article today about this because a friend of mine was talking about how hopeless she feels about what's happening in the world and how she feels like it doesn't matter what we say or what we do. And I so disagree with that, because every time we speak up for change, we are influencing somebody. We may only be influencing one person, and we may not even see it. We don't see the influence that we have in the world, but we are influencing people. So I wrote this today. So I wrote a second article today, which is the one about speaking up for change. So I'm going to get that one as well, and I'm going to post that here.
Yes, awesome. And I can't wait till you share it.
Yeah, it feeds right into what we need to do. It feeds right into what we need to do right.
And actually, I'm looking forward to that.
Like, my friend was feeling really hopeless, and I totally get that. Yeah. So anyway, you all can read my article. I mean, you can. It's linked here. You all can read it. But yes, we all get into the doldrums from time to time, but there is something we can do. We can take action. We can speak up for change. And just feeling bad and wishing things would change and hoping things would change, that doesn't work.
Well, let me ask you something.
I'm fired up.
Let me ask you something, because that is something that really kind of like moves me, because I'm wondering, like, for me, I have a lot of things that I believe in or disagree with, but I don't like to shake things up. I'm not which is weird. I'm a power woman. I'm here with Begin. She's fearless. I do believe I'm fearless. I might not always be feisty like she is. Yes. And so when you say speaking up for change, can you give us one thing, someone like me who has strong beliefs, but is also afraid of, I don't like using the word afraid, but I don't like to stir things up, let's just say.
It is absolutely, yes, it is absolutely legitimate. And I know a lot of people who are afraid, and I mean, I think afraid is a good word, hesitant, resistant to speak up because we're afraid that we will lose clients or we won't get clients. Or if you have a job that, it'll cause problems at your job. So first of all, what I want to say is, do you want your clients and the people that you work with and your colleagues and the people in the world to know who you really are? Do you want them to know your authentic self? For me, I cannot hide my authentic self. If I believe strongly in something, I have to say something about it. That's me. That's my authentic self. Now, the way we go about saying those things may be different for each person, right? So for me, I'm pretty comfortable. I'll put it right out there. Biden-Harris 2020. You know what I'm saying? Like, I am perfectly comfortable putting all like election stuff out there, whatever. If you don't feel comfortable making a strong, political statement, you don't have to. But for example, I'm going to use kind of the whole racial injustice issue as an example. If you believe that, if you believe something about whatever it is, Black Lives Matter, or if you want to share something about protests, maybe you believe that, nonviolent protesting is a good thing, right? There are always ways to say what you want to say and keeping it on the safe side. So what I do is I read an article or I see a little meme on Instagram that I like. And the meme, like I've just been posting memes about voting, just little graphics that say vote, or your voice matters, or, vote 2020, right? Again,
Right.
you don't have to get political.
I like that.
Yeah, you don't have to say something that you know is going to shake up the world. I think we probably all agree that protesting or speaking up for what we believe in a non-violent, non-destructive manner is a good thing. So I think there are a lot of ways to say what you want to say safely. Then go find an article or a meme or a blog post or something that you feel speaks to your belief and share that. You don't even have to write anything. I've been telling people, if you feel uncomfortable with this, go click the share button on something. You don't even have to create it yourself. You don't have to write it. You don't have to make it from scratch.
Well, you made me think that I know that one of the things, because there's never enough time, we're down to 5 minutes, but I know for one thing is for sure that you and I will continue talking. And then I do a live biz TV show I call on Thursdays at 7. After this one at 7 p.m. And I'm definitely going to invite you, because I think that inviting you alone, for me, that's going to be courageous as you, and I allow you to speak. But I think it's important. And, maybe, a lot of the people that I deal with are general business owners, speakers, consultants, coaches, and other types of business owners. But I definitely think that I'm liking what you're saying. I also believe in what we started talking about, which is this idea, and I've always told my clients that are non-speakers, coaches, or consultants, that they should leverage speaking. So I definitely am going to invite you to come to Live Biz TV show, probably for next month, hopefully, because I think that you have something that people need to know. People need to know how to leverage speaking. And then, of course, I definitely want you to speak more about speaking your truth, because I think that is important. And I think that is something that I myself, and I'm glad that, I was able to tell you here, because I'm sure other people feel like I do. You don't want to ruffle anyone's feathers, but I love these ideas that you gave. I have one last question.
Let me say one more thing about that. Let me say one more thing. You all have a platform as a speaker, and I don't mean you need to speak about this on stage, but you all have a platform. People expect you to speak about things. Because you're on Facebook, you're on LinkedIn, you're on Instagram. So it doesn't matter if you speak on leadership, you speak on customer service, you speak on, finance, whatever it is. People expect you to use your platform to speak about your topic and apply it to current events. People want to know how your topic applies to current events. So again, it doesn't have to be shaking up things or rocking the boat. But how does your topic apply to what's happening right now? That's what people want to know. And use your platform for that.
I love that. Now, talking about platform, and now I know why you are part of the Power Women Elite. And I know now why Pegina attracted you. You are definitely a power woman. And I want to know, how long have you been a Power Woman Elite? And what has being a member of this prestigious group, the Power Women Elite group, has done for you and your business?
I feel like I joined the Power Women Elite after a few months. I'm not like a founding member, I don't think, but I may have come in. I know that I came in after the first event that 𝗵𝗍𝗄 had. But I will tell you, just being part of 𝗵𝗍𝗄's circle in turn, I feel like I'm yelling. I know, I get so excited. Just being part of 𝗵𝗍𝗄's circle in Power Women that we kind of started together after there was some NSA shakeups. So when 𝗵𝗍𝗄 decided to start her own Power Women group in general, I've been there since the beginning. And then Power Women Elite, I came along a little bit later. But I'll tell you, the connection that I get in this group, the sisterhood, the courage that I get to speak, to share about problems and struggles that I'm going through that I can't talk about anywhere else, and the amazing ideas that I get from the elite group in particular in our mastermind. I can't always make it to the meetings, but when I do, I always have all these notes and all these new things to try and all these new ideas. I just can't say enough about what I get out of it when I am able to be there. But I know that even when I can't come, the sisterhood is there for me. The connection is there for me. So I really appreciate that 𝗵𝗍𝗄 started this.
So I want to thank you. I want to make sure that you mention what you're offering today before we say goodbye.
Yes.
You have a very special offer that I, of course, took you up on it right away. So can you please mention that so anyone
Thank you for the reminder. It is, and I did already post it in the comments, and I'm going to post it again. But what this is, what I'm sharing is my free, easy speaker proposal template. So this is good for professional speakers. It's also good for business speakers, but it's a way to make your application every time you apply to speak in an event or a conference, you will not have to recreate the wheel. So there's a template for you to put all of the information in that everybody ever asks for in applications. There's a spreadsheet that you can use to keep track of everything. There's a short video that kind of explains it all. And there's also some key words, some key action words that you can use that conference people like to see in the applications. So I'm putting it here again.
There, but mention it because I know that 𝗵𝗍𝗄 is putting these eventually on YouTube as well. So for those that are listening in the recording. So
I will say it out loud. It's coachlisabee.com/free-gift.html. Okay, freegift.html, and it is posted here. And of course, if you go to my website, coachlisabee.com, it's right on the right sidebar too. You can always just go to my website, and the link to the little form to fill out to get this little kit is there.
Awesome. So I want to say thank you, Coach 𝗵𝗍𝗄, for being with us today. I definitely want to continue speaking with you. I definitely see why you're part of this group. I'm so appreciative that I've learned so much today with you. I want to say thank you to all the Power Women who are watching, whether in the live show or in the recording. I want to remind you that we are here every Thursday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. And for those of you who are visiting our Power Women Elite, I want to just say that you could save and leave some messages for 𝗵𝗍𝗄 if you like, right on the Power Women Elite. And we want to say thank you to 𝗵𝗍𝗄 for putting this group together. Thank you for putting this Power Women live TV show together. And for those of you that are interested, as far as what I'm doing coming up, make sure you check out our bizniversity.com Speakers Growth Summit. That's coming up on Thursday, October 29th, 9 a.m. to 5. And we have the wonderful Gina Carr, as well as Louise Kramer, who are speaking at the Speakers Growth Summit. So make sure you check that out. Yeah, Lois is going to be one of our speakers. And we have other wonderful, amazing speakers. So make sure you check that out, because right now for Power Women, it's just $27. That's right, because we haven't done the official announcement. So That's the power of membership. And so we want to thank you. We send our love and our prayers to Pegeen and her family.
Yes.
And remember, join us here every Thursday at 5 p.m. For now, this is Evie Hernandez, strategic growth speaker at bizniversity.com, wishing you a very prosperous week.